Our final day of solitude, our theme is the compassion that comes from solitude. And hear these words from Matthew chapter 9 and then chapter 23. Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the good news of the kingdom and curing every disease and every sickness. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion for them, because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore ask the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest." And then from chapter 23 is this verse of Jesus' lament over Jerusalem. "Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often have I desired to gather your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing." One of the things I want to say about solitude as we conclude this week is that solitude, our time alone with God, our time getting to be in touch with our innermost self, our faith in general should make us more compassionate. If how we practice our faith, if what we believe about our faith is not making us more compassionate, kinder, more concerned for the needs of other people, then our faith is not reflecting the faith of Jesus Christ. Our faith should not make us meaner, more arrogant, snide, sarcastic, and cynical. That's not faith. That's something else. Jesus, when he looks on the crowds of people, when he looks on people who are misguided, who are ill, who are sick, who are poor, who are hungry, who are diseased, he has compassion on them, and so should we. Solitude should make us more compassionate. Before we conclude this week, I just want to share a couple of books if loneliness in particular is an issue that you're wrestling with. One is this wonderful little book by Henry Nouwen called Reaching Out, The Three Movements of the Spiritual Life. And the first one is moving from loneliness to solitude. And Nouwen writes so well, as he always does, about how we can transform the pain of loneliness into a meaningful and fruitful solitude. The other two movements of the spiritual life, in case you're curious, in the book, are moving from hostility to hospitality, how we reach out to our fellow human beings, and from illusion to prayer, how we reach out to God. Solitude from loneliness is reaching out to our innermost self. Another book, which is an older book but still solid, is To Conquer Loneliness by Harold Blake Walker, an answer to the desperate need in every human heart. If you want to do some additional reading on loneliness and solitude, those are two books I would recommend to you. But I hope you will start carving out some time for solitude on a regular basis, and that you will find that you hear from God and you will hear from yourself as well.